The Swannanoa 4-H Center, where experts from the Cooperative Extension Service are installing 2 stormwater management practices at one of the new buildings, a rain garden and a cistern. We're going to show you how these practices are installed.
Here's our building, and take a look at the downspouts. A real opportunity here was to capture water from this downspout and also from its mirror image spout on the other side of the building. So when we took that measurement and we looked at an opportunity, we said, this is great. It's not right by the front door, it's off to the side, and we definitely have flow coming not only down this hill, but also out of these 2 downspouts. We're going to capture runoff from this downspout, and we're going to send it into this rain barrel. So for every 1 square foot on the roof, we have 1 gallon of storage into this rain barrel. We'll capture about 1.5 1-inch storm events. That's a good way to go. All this is a large rain barrel. What you'll see is, you'll see people with a 55-gallon rain barrel at the bottom of a downspout that services maybe 600 to 800 square feet of rooftop area. So if I had, again, 1,200 square feet of rooftop area, how big should my tank be? 1,200 square feet, which is what we have here, 600 on the front, 600 on the back, 1,200 square feet, 1,200 gallons, that's about what we have here, 1,100 gallons. When it rains more than an inch, well, in this case is more than 1.5 inches or 2 inches, that tank is going to be completely full. And at that point, we are going to construct an overflow outlet that's going to drain into our rain garden. You need to have an outlet, absolutely, because otherwise you're going to back water up into your system and possibly could cause damage to the house. right, so now, hopefully,
hanger's not going anywhere.
and you know, we can have this either way.
Kind of holding around.
Yeah, here.
Can we have it in charge? That's the
See,
45.
it's going to be up like this.
So here's our completed rain garden. Here's how it works. Previously, when it rained, water came down the downspout, and when it went all the way down to the ground, and the water shot out of the end of the downspout and flowed across the ground into the creek, and it was eroding away the ground as it went. Now, with our two practices in place, rain comes down the downspout and it goes into the pipe that takes it into the cistern. It collects in the cistern until it gets to the top level where the overflow pipe is. If the cistern isn't big enough and there's even more rainwater, then it flows out the overflow pipe and it comes down onto the splash guard and flows into the rain garden. And now the rain garden is all this much storage for additional rainwater that gives the water a chance to soak down into the ground and replenish groundwater rather than flowing off to the creek. It doesn't flow off to the creek until it fills all the way up to the top level of the rain garden, and it flows over the berm, and only then does it flow across the land and off to the creek. And if that happens, the speed is much slower than when the volume of runoff is coming down off the roof during the rain event while it's raining. And so even if we have some runoff to the creek, it doesn't have the erosive power that it did previously. So the rain garden is doing three things. One is it's collecting the water and slowing it down so it's not as fast and powerful. That's taking away the erosive power and it's reducing erosion. The second is it's giving that water a chance to soak down into groundwater and replenish our local groundwater sources rather than being lost to the ocean by flowing downstream. The third is it's filtering out pollutants that might be contained in the water before it gets to the stream or gets down into groundwater by having that water filter down through the soil and through the substrate.